Well, shooters and reloaders and 3 circles, passengers, and members, it's Fortune Cookie 45 LLC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone Express, and what you're looking at is 45 ACP. But it's not your ordinary 45 ACP. This happens to be Blazer. And that means small pistol primer pockets. So this is something that we don't see and we don't like to see, and we might be having to look at these more because we're seeing them more often. So if the ammo companies insist on putting out small pistol primer pockets in the 45 ACP, we may have to go that way. Well, one of the advantages of going with a small pistol primer instead of the large is that there's more brass in the head of the case, which means the brass is stronger. And what's wrong with having stronger brass? The 45 ACP case volume is not that great anyway, where you need to have a large pistol primer to light the powder in there. And a lot of the powders that we use are easy to ignite. They're high nitroglycerin content, double base powders, often used in 45 ACP. And it's perfect for the case volume. So you really only need a small pistol primer to light that powder. Now, I've loaded small primer pocket 45 ACP before in the form of Winchester NT cases. When I tested, I didn't find the rounds to be as accurate as my other 45 ACP with the large primer pockets. So I kind of discounted the small pistol primer 45 ACP after that. But now that we're looking at more brass being found in small pockets, let's go ahead now and take these 50 Blazer cases and retest to see if we can get good performance with the small primer pocket 45 ACP. We're gonna load this with the Lee 200 grain round nose flat point bullet, and we're gonna use Aguila small pistol primers, so that'll give Aguila a good test also. And we're going to go with 5.1 grains of tight group powder, which happens to be a favorite load, a sweet spot load of mine for the 45 ACP. 5.1 grains of tight group powder, and that was the CCI small pistol primer, but we're going to substitute the Aguila. See how the Aguila does in this. Okay, so these have already been resized, deprimed, and it's been run through the wet tumbler, although we didn't use any Dawn or any vinegar or lemon shine. It was done with plain water, and I wouldn't recommend doing that because the brass winds up coming out with a kind of a dingy look to it instead of our nice new brass look. But this is clean. These feel very nice and clean. It's just that they don't have a finish that's really kind of favorable for us or really gets us all excited about it. In fact, this is kind of a downer to see this finish, but it'll be okay. Suffice to say, the test with the wet tumble using plain water and the stainless steel pins is not to do that. Use the Dawn, use the vinegar, or lemon shine. Now, this might sound weird, but the seating of these 50 primers, the feel of each one was exactly the same as all the others. Amazing, the uniformity of the feel of the seating of these primers. Now I don't know whether that's because of the primers or because of the pistol pockets, the primer pockets, but whatever it is, that was very uniform primer seating. So there you see it's seated just past the crimping groove. So there's all 50 seated. Looks like I overshot the number of bullets by 2. Just grabbed bullets until I thought I had enough and went 2 too many. Well, there they are, all loaded up. 50 rounds. And ready to go to the range and test these small pistol primer 45 ACP loads. We'll see you at the range. Bye for now.